Before we begin this journey into history and hidden value, make sure you subscribe right now, because the story I'm about to share might make you look at the coins in your drawer very differently. One small coin from 1983 could remind you of a time when life felt simpler, and today, the same coin might be worth far more than anyone expected. Picture this. It asks the 9 Gas is cheap, music has soul, and American pockets still jingle with coins that actually feel like metal. You're standing in line at a local grocery store, maybe picking up something for the weekend. You reach into your pocket, and without even thinking, you hand over a shiny little 5-cent piece. You don't look at it, you don't admire it, you don't even imagine that someday this same coin could become a treasure. But that's exactly what has happened with certain 1983 United States 5-cent coins, the same Jefferson nickel millions of people handled without a second thought. The year 1983 was interesting for collectors. The U.S. Mint wasn't making special sets like in other years, and those that were minted for circulation were used heavily. Coins from this period were spent, dropped, scraped, and passed from hand to hand across thousands of transactions. That means finding a 1983 5-cent coin in truly sharp condition, with full details, clean surfaces, and no signs of heavy wear, is far more challenging than most people think. And that's exactly the kind of story that captivates collectors today. But let's slow down for a moment. Think about the nickel itself. On the front, the familiar face of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, stares straight ahead. A man of ideas, invention, and vision. His portrait on the 1983 nickel carries a quiet strength, a reminder of founding days and bold decisions. Many men from your generation grew up seeing Jefferson coins in their pockets every day. It's a symbol of stability, of routine, of America as it once felt. Now flip that coin over in your mind. You see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home. Its lines are simple and elegant, but in 1983 many coins were struck with weaker pressure, making details fade quicker with circulation. A fully struck Monticello with crisp steps across the base is extremely rare for this year. Collectors call this the full steps designation, one of the most desirable qualities. Imagine holding a coin from 1983 where every step, every line, every edge looks untouched by time. That's what makes serious collectors perk up. That's where value transforms. But this coin isn't just metal. It's memory. It's a link to your younger years. Maybe you were raising your kids then, building your career, working long shifts, or serving your country. A nickel wasn't much, but it mattered because everything mattered. You could buy something, you could save it in a jar, or you could hand it to a child excited to hear the clink of coins. It's funny how small things carried big stories, and this 1983 5-cent coin is one of them. As the decades passed, these coins slowly disappeared from circulation. Some got lost, some ended up in parking lots, and others simply wore down until no collector would look twice at them. That's why an original, well-preserved 1983 nickel is so special. It isn't just old. It survived. And surviving with quality is rare. Collectors today search for coins from this period with passion, especially ones that were struck cleanly and stored safely. A collector might spend hours examining the fields, checking for marks, watching the light reflect across the surface, hoping to catch that one nickel that still holds its original mint luster. When a coin from this year shows that perfect shine, something magical happens. Suddenly, a coin you once spent without thinking becomes a historical artifact. And what makes this even more interesting is that many people your age still have jars, boxes, or drawers where coins from the 80s slept untouched. These hidden pockets of time, stored away in homes, may hold a treasure someone never expected. Imagine opening a small box today and finding a 1983 nickel that looks almost as if it came straight from the mint. That alone would be enough to spark excitement, but then comes the surprise. The market value. The unexpected reward. Collectors want these coins because they represent scarcity mixed with nostalgia. They come from a time before modern coin production changed, before metal composition shifted, before efficiency replaced craftsmanship. There's a charm in the older minting process. A character. A soul. And the 1983 5-cent coin carries all of that. Now, think of the possibilities. You could be holding something that traveled through decades and now stands on the edge of becoming a prized collectible. Maybe you found one in old belongings. Maybe it came from your father's drawer. Maybe it's sitting unnoticed in your home at this very moment. The only real way to know is to take a careful look. Check the shine. Check the details. Check the steps on Monticello. Compare the surfaces, the edges, the portrait of Jefferson. Every small detail can raise or lower the value. And here's where the story becomes truly exciting. While millions of these coins were made, only a fraction survive in exceptional condition. It's these uncommon survivors that collectors compete for, and when competition rises, so does value. It transforms a simple 5-cent piece into something that feels more like a reward for paying attention, for caring about history, for appreciating the craftsmanship of a time that meant so much to you. So if you have this coin, or if you plan to search for one, take your time. Enjoy the process. Hold the coin in your hand like a piece of your past made solid. Because for some collectors willing to pay a premium, the value of a high-quality 1983 5-cent United States coin can reach as much as $1,000.